What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Riding Dad channel. If you are new, very glad to have you. Buckle up because this is going to be an exciting video. But first, we got to roll that intro.
Riding Dad YouTube channel, it's the Riding Dad YouTube channel, it's the Riding Dad YouTube channel, it's the Riding Dad. A thing that you found.
All right, intro is done. Next step, there is merch. Ignore this hand. I don't know what I'm doing with merch. This is actually an old style of merch. Now there's two different styles of merch on my Teespring store. So the link is in every one of the videos. A little bit of money helps me, but more so it helps the emotional support, getting the channel out there, whatever. It's just cool to support channels that you dig and that you like what they're doing. So check out the merch store. Okay. We're replacing this stock high flow air cleaner from Harley from the 114 M8s. There's a couple reasons I'm doing this. One, I'm actually doing an external breather kit. Not in this video. I want this video just to be an install video of the, I got a Trask Performance, the Assault. So I want this video just to be an install of that. The following video after this is going to be showing you how to install the external breather kit. So yes, I know I could retrofit an external breather kit to these, but the air filter, just everything about it, it's stock. I'm not crazy about leaving stuff stock. The Trask Assault should allow better performance. I'm sending the bike to get dyno tuned in about 3 days. So I wanted to make sure I got this before I got that actual tune set up for the bike to give it the best possible chance of performance and getting some high numbers out of it. So yes, and the reason I went with the Trask Assault, not only because it looks cool, but also the performance aspect of it, it has really high ratings, good dyno sheets associated with it. However, a big deciding factor of that was, like I said, I wanted an external breather kit. We're gonna talk more about why you would want an external breather kit, why I wanted one in the next video that I post, which will be the install of the external breather kit. However, the main reason, or part of the reason that I went with the Trask, was because they have a specific kit that meshes very well with their air cleaner for an external breather to be added onto it. So, and the price wasn't that bad. I looked at some other aftermarket kits. Yes, again, I know I could add it to this, but I just didn't want to do that. And some other aftermarket kits that go with other air filters that I wasn't even crazy about the style of those air filters. The kits were more expensive and didn't look that good. But anyway, yeah, that's where we're at. So the first step is going to be to remove this air filter, and the instructions, I'll show you right now, the instructions for the Trask are very nice. They're colored. I mean, you literally cannot get better than this as far as instruction goes, besides watching like a video. Like, this is the best you're gonna get. Nice, clear color pictures. They even tell you when to use red or blue Loctite. That's the other thing I wanna mention. I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm gonna be doing the external breather kit in the next video. I'm just gonna break it up. That way it's easier for people to find and watch. They don't have to sift through and like, oh, well, why does that piece go there? So that's, those are the reasons I'm doing it. So this video, I'm not gonna be using any blue or red Loctite because all the bolts are going to have to come off anyway. So in the next video, I'll tell you where to use red and where to use blue. The kit is very easy. Even where the O-rings go, there's like little indents for it. So like, I don't even think if you were not reading the instructions, I don't think you could mess this install up. So let's go ahead. I'll move you guys a little bit closer. I will tell you guys what I'm doing as I do it. And first step, gonna be to remove this old stock boy that everybody's got. Let's be a little different. Per the Trask Assault instructions, we're going to remove this support bracket as well. And then I'm going to go ahead and scrape off and get off with some Goo Gone all of the residual gasket crap that was left on this. No more gaskets, we're going O-rings. So yeah, let's go ahead and remove this and clean up this area. All right, for this next step, you're gonna take the large O-ring, place it in the designated space in the back of the adapter plate. It's kind of hard to make sure it's in there. If you make sure it doesn't roll, it sits easier. So once that is in there, this is going to go like this, and you are going to use these two spacers. Mine came with the O-rings already on them. If not, you're gonna have to make sure that the O-rings are installed in the front and back of these. These are going to go there. Breather bolts are going to go through here, and this is where you would use red Loctite. And if your O-rings are having a really hard time sticking, I do find that just an absolute tiny amount of grease underneath there will help it stick, but I'm gonna try to avoid that since this is the air cleaner and we're gonna want this to be as clean as possible. All right, so this is gonna marry up there. Hold that in place. Let's do one of these at a time. And you'll see where there's a hole kind of there. That's where that O-ring is gonna go. And again, red Loctite on these. Gonna get those slightly snug enough to keep the O-ring. Oh, see, we're already having an issue. Oh, this is a live install, folks. This is what happens sometimes when you're doing an install. Sometimes stuff just doesn't stay where you want it to. So let's fix that. There we go. All right, let's tighten these back up a little bit. Again, red Loctite on these bolts if you are doing this install and not doing what I'm gonna do later. So yes, just an install, red Loctite. Okay, now it's time to put these 3 bolts in. Now it doesn't specify whether to use red or blue or any Loctite on these bolts, but, oh, never mind, I lied. It does say blue Loctite. It says blue Loctite. It actually gives you the foot-pound torque specs for it. Let me read those off to you in 1 second here as well. All right, so for everybody doing this, these 120 foot-pounds, I'm sorry, 120 inch-pounds of torque. These 15 foot-pounds of torque. And again, I'm not doing all this because I'm just doing a simple install and coming back at it with the external breather stuff, but again, another day. If you're curious how this breathes, it breathes very similar to the stock and most air cleaners, especially aftermarket. Your breather bolts They allow the oil mist, whatever you want to call it, to come in here, and then there's little holes on each side of the interior, and there's a channel in here where it allows them to come in here and redirect into your throttle body, which is exactly how pretty much every other one of them work. And if you're curious to see the external breather kit, make sure you watch the video that I post right after this. So let's go ahead and finish installing these, then we'll install the filter, which is even easier. Now you're going to get your actual air cleaner mount, and it has another O-ring in the back. Again, fits in exactly where it's supposed to fit in, where you would assume it would, and it just mounts right up to the 3 holes that are in the adapter plate. This arrow is the up arrow, so if you put that up, there you go, it should line up perfectly, and then put those 3 bolts in there. And these bolts use blue Loctite and tighten down to 120 inch-pounds. All right, now it's time to install the velocity plate. There's 2 magnets here and here. On the back, should fit into place fairly easily. The magnets are very strong and the tolerances are pretty tight, so there you go. Now we're gonna go ahead and grab the filter, place it on, place the top portion on, and then orient it in a way, or actually place the plastic piece on as well, the window, and then orient the cover in a way such that the mounting tab brackets line up with these. Put those brackets on the inside, and then all those bolts on the outside use blue Loctite, and they're supposed to be tightened down to 20 inch-pounds. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, and I never mention it, but I think it should be common sense that before you put this window on, you should make sure every fingerprint and everything is cleaned off from the inside of there, and then the inside of this window as well. But like I said, I'm going to wind up taking this all apart for my next video, so I am not really overly concerned about it. And if you are curious, I did go ahead and get the regular black. It's the matte black that I think complements the Lowrider S internals and that flat black, or wrinkle black rather, coat that it has. They do have a gloss black, a raw, I believe a chrome, and then I think they have this one where it's like chrome cuts and black. I don't remember if it's matte black or whatever, but anyway, this looks killer. So now that you're all done with that, the only thing left to do is step back and admire your work. All right, so looks wise, 10 out of 10. I've always loved the way this looks. As a side note, for anybody that might want a non-chrome velocity stack, the directions say you cannot powder coat it due to unremovable magnets, tolerances, I think it said, and then the heat that is associated with powder coating. So it said not to do it. I will say that I've seen guys that have it powder coated, so I'm not sure how that works. I'm just telling you what the directions have said. You could buy a replacement window if you ever want to, and just overall it looks killer. And the dimension, like the width of this filter is, I'd say about double, if not half more than the stock high airflow. So if you're going from a stock high airflow, you'll definitely see results, especially with the velocity stack and the filter. But if you're going from a stock filter that's not like a high flow air filter or whatever, I think you'll definitely see a tremendous performance benefit. It just looks killer, and I'm really excited about this. So make sure you watch my next video if you're curious about why you would want an external breather kit and how the Trask kit works with the Assault filter air cleaner. And make sure you check out my Instagram, send me a DM, let me know that you're over there, like a couple of my pictures, help me out a little bit. As always, comment on the video, let me know what you think, let me know whatever. Talk to me on Instagram. I love interacting with you guys, and I appreciate every one of you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you are not subscribed. I post a video every week. A lot of stuff is build series for this bike. I have a Honda Grom kind of behind you all. I do a bunch of reviews, install videos. I love installs are by far my favorite kind of videos to do. I love doing install videos because I know it helps you guys, because it helped me a ton, either picking stuff or installing stuff in the past. And I just love working on the bike. So I do love install videos. If money was no option, there'd be an install video every other day. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching. Like the video, please. It helps me out. Make sure you turn on post notifications. Again, make sure you are subscribed. Have a good rest of your day or night, depending on whatever time you are watching this. Make sure you click one of the videos on the screen. They're both related to my channel. And until the next time, guys, ride safe, have fun. Dad out.